Hello, my beautiful viewers. How are you feeling? I am excited today. I've got amazing guests. Oh, I cannot wait for you to meet all of them. They are all exquisite. They've got an amazing light that they show to the world. And through just looking at all of them, you can feel it. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel it in your heart. And above everything, your soul will connect, because these amazing ladies are soul connectors, are bringing something to your path that you can choose to accept and release. I don't know why I have to say release, but I just go with the flow. Release. Find your own path. Find your own way. And our theme for this week is freedom. And then, my beautiful viewers, you will feel free. I know I've got a background, a virtual background. There's no butterfly. The butterfly will come next week again. I'm going to move downstairs. My husband is coming to visit me from South Africa all the way to New Zealand. And I cannot wait to be hugged and to feel his heart against my ear when he hugs me. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. How important is feeling. So my wish for you today is to experience this amazing feeling of meeting extraordinary ladies. Are you ready? I am ready. So my beautiful girl, I am going to swish you into the studio. Are you ready? Here you go. And my beautiful Rae, are you ready? I'm going to switch you into the studio. Swish.
I'm ready.
My beautiful Puja, are you ready? Swish. There you are. And then beautiful Christina, are you ready? Swish. Here we go. Hello, my beautiful ones. I love you moving into the studio. So my beautiful viewers, next week I will have a video where I will be having all my sponsors that's gonna come and to give us a short video while they are sponsoring us. So I'm so looking forward to compile that video, and then the swish into studio will not happen. I will play the commercial, and then my ladies and gentlemen, if they choose to, I've invited 2 gentlemen for today's show. The ladies is here. The ladies is here. So that I can be in studio without swishing in. But my beautiful ones, I am truly excited that you are here. Please, I'm going to ask all of you the same question. Please spend time to introduce yourself to the viewers. Tell them your magic, because I have met all of you. All of you. I had coffee chats with all of you. I was very advanced yesterday. I said to one of the shows I've done 42, and then yesterday I had my 639 coffee chats. So I don't know why I put extra on, but I know the extras will come still this week, because I still have 7 coffee chats for this week booked. So my beautiful Rae, can I start with you? Please tell us also where you're from. Thank you.
Yep, so I'm from the UK, and it's nice to be here and meet everyone. So as you said, my name is Rae, and I'm a spiritual guide and healer who is passionate about helping you reconnect with your divine presence and step into your purpose. And I use angelic Reiki, angel oracle cards, guided meditations, and exploring past and future lives. I support you in healing your past and creating a soul-aligned future. My journey has taught me that with the right tools and guidance, we can all connect with our higher self and embrace transformation and live a life of abundance and fulfillment. And that is what I'm all about, empowering people to take charge of their destiny.
Wow. Incredible, incredible, incredible. My beautiful Gail.
Yes. So, hello, everybody. My name is Gail Kraft, and I come from New Hampshire, USA, currently. And I say currently because I think I'm going to be on the road sooner than I thought, Sanet, which is my dream. So I have been called many things, most recently, a soul shepherd. What I do is I work with folks who are already in this realm of light workers and who are stuck because their tools don't work anymore. To get from one level to the next takes different tools. And so we work on unattaching the stories and focusing on energy and how to transmute and alchemize and become the change you want to be. I am a Mrs. Potts, which means that I get to meet once a week for a half an hour or so with folks and talk about, for me, dragons. And so if you want to fall in love with a dragon, if you want to fly a dragon, if you want to feel a dragon, if you want to connect with a dragon, come see me on Fridays, noon Eastern time.
Incredible. And my beautiful ladies, I dare you, I challenge you to join beautiful Gail for her Mrs. Spots. So Mrs. Spots is in Diamond Beauty's Forever group. Currently, we have 25 tea parties every week. And Gail is one of our Mrs. Spots for Friday. And when we get to Christina, she's one of our Mrs. Spots for Mondays. So my beautiful Punja,
Hi everyone. I'm a personal brand and business growth strategist, and I mainly work with coaches, consultants, and service based entrepreneurs who have a mission in their heart, who have a purpose in their heart, but they are stuck because they don't know how to connect with their target audience, how to build a magnetic brand that really attracts the right audience, the people who really value them to them and their business, and how to really create that thriving, successful, and profitable brand. So that is what I do in a nutshell as a personal brand business growth strategist. And the name of my company is Zoom into Life Studio. You can look up zoomintolife.com, and our goal is basically to transform businesses into influential brands.
incredible. And we're going to talk about your husband and you are such an amazing couple. Also, when you
Thank
are
you.
both on screen, you are electrifying. So we're going to talk about it in the second round. Christina,
Christina, yes, hi. So I'm Christina Heiki, and I am a speaker and teacher and intuitive soul architect. I been called many names because what I did is collecting on my inner healing journey the pieces of the puzzle that I'm sharing with my clients and people. Because I truly believe that you need to have experience and transformed and transmuted yourself before you can actually guide someone in their own inner journey, right? Because it's not just a learned skill set. So I call it lifestyle medicine because it includes a holistic approach, but my focus is really on the emotional piece, healing the childhood and generational traumas from our origin family that often impact our whole life. And that's a focus. And I use a very unique technique called new decision therapy that is based on an amazing laser sharp quantum healing forgiveness process. So very connected to the angels too. So I'm glad to hear it. And I have a Mrs. Potts on Mondays, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I'd love to have you all as my guests. Glad to be here.
incredible. So there is a little bit of a noise coming from your side. I'm going to mute you for a second, but I will make sure to unmute you when you talk. So my beautiful Gail, is my video better? It's just a blurry background. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for
You're still
letting
a
me
little
know.
jumpy, but not as bad.
I do see on my end, the back studio, it tells me my Wi-Fi is a little bit slow, so I think maybe it's that. So, my beautiful Ray, can you please tell us the work that you are doing? What was your pinnacle point that this is what you wanted to do?
Oh, my pinnacle point. That's an interesting one, since I've been on around this spiritual journey for a long, long time. I suppose the pinnacle point for me was the life-changing trip I made to Peru. Gosh, that's got to be nearly 30 years ago. So whilst Peru was still developing, and through a load of synchronicities, I had a card reading and someone said that I'd be going to Sri Lanka, life-changing trip. I went on to the computer. The Lonely Planet was just started at the time online, and they were doing an article on Peru. Didn't think any more of it. A few days later, turned on the TV. There was the Stephen Fry documentary on Peruvian bears. Because of my background, it's like, oh, synchronicity. Maybe I need to look at Peru. Got a load of brochures. Looked at the price, and it's like, yeah, traveling around Peru is not going to be cheap. And then a few months later, I had to remortgage, and the two mortgage companies mixed up payments, so they had to give me compensation, which was the exact amount of one of these trips. So I booked it, went on it. The other 11 people I met, we just all clicked. And I mean, they were people from America, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Denmark, and we just all, even our guide said he'd never known a group that just clicked so much. And there were lots of various things happened, but the main thing was I did the 4-day Inca trail up to Machu Picchu. And when I was on which was absolutely amazing, and then when I was actually on one of the platforms on Machu Picchu, I looked down and literally for a few seconds I was transported back in time, and I was addressing Incan people. I was a priest. Only lasted for a few seconds, but it was kind of like, wow. Anyway, by the time I came back to the UK on an October rainy, miserable, horrible day in the UK, it's yuck, gets dark really early. And I looked out of the window and thought, I'd rather be out in that weather than stuck in front of an office. So I literally did that. I started working with the angels even more, and everything just snowballed from there.
Incredible. I've got goosebumps. And my beautiful viewers, did you put your glasses on? And this particular glasses is the John Lennon glasses. Imagine all the people could experience what you have experienced. Imagine. My beautiful Ray, you are doing exquisite videos that you are putting on the Diamond Beauties. And if people go in there, ladies go in there and they look at you, you are an earth angel, my girl. You are an earth angel. So please tell us, do you have example, or you don't need to give the correct names, you can have a different name, but do you have some clients that you literally have saved their lives, that they have witnessed to you that what you are doing have changed my life?
Yes, it's always amazing when a testimonial suddenly pops up from someone. You'll go, "Oh my God, that was so nice." But yes, I've had people that literally were quite confused and lost, didn't trust their intuition, and they've actually now found their intuition. I've got people that weren't sure what spiritual path they were going on. They've worked with me and they're now off doing their own thing, which is absolutely amazing. And I've just recently combined everything to create a soul path discovery program. And oh my God, we've been working with clearing the past and past lives and past life issues which keep coming up. Oh my God, lots of tears, but releasing. And one particular lady, she's just released so much, and she didn't even realize that where these issues were actually stemmed from childhood, and she didn't even realise it came from there. You know, a feeling of abandonment, which she's now resolved. And then, you know, when you know, I've just won a award for Reiki teacher, which I didn't even apply for, which the prestige awards have given me. So somebody out there obviously likes what I do, and yeah, I mean, there's so many. And when I'm actually working with clients, and especially doing angelic Reiki, the energy afterwards, you know, I'm just on a high all the time. So yeah, there's just so many. You never know where to start.
Wow. Thank you for everything that you are doing for all the amazing people out there, my beautiful Rae. You are truly one of a kind. My beautiful Gail, when was it your pinnacle point? And if you can also give us an example of somebody that have changed their life forever.
So my progression has been gradual for about 15 years. But I would say that there was a major shift. Starting in 2020, I connected with this amazing spiritualist, Franco. And Franco and I met, and we soul to soul talked. And he said, you're going to have an experience of the death, meaning that your life's going to go before you, not that you're going to die, but that experience. And you're going to come out of that with the Christ energy. And you'll walk into divine compassion. So I'm like, yeah. And so many things happened, and they were in my book, right? And I ended up experiencing a wonderful 4 or 5 months of chemotherapy. And during that process, I literally connected with the angels. I connected with God. I asked God to be in my life. I didn't want to go to God for answers. I didn't want to go to God for help. I wanted him in my life. I want you to sit here. I want you to be at the computer with me. I want you to be with the child in me as she swings her feet. I want you to be here. And inviting that energy, that spirit into me, into my life, changed everything. Absolutely everything. So what happened? The first time I realized that I had reached the pinnacle of receiving the gift that we all have, by the way. This isn't something unusual, but we have to wake up to it. I was at a party, and in the party at the end, I gave a meditation, and a woman came out of the meditation, and I'm like, how's everyone doing? And she's like, I'm mad at you. I'm like, whoa, why? She said, well, first of all, there's this like crystal thing over here. And I have a neck ache and a backache like when I was in a car accident. So now the voice is coming to me and it says, ask her if you want you to heal her. And I'm thinking, because, you know, you argue in your head. I'm thinking, are you kidding me in front of all these people? Right? What if it doesn't work? But I do what you say. So I said, would you like me to take it away? And she said, yes, please. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, holy shit, right? So as I walk over, I put my hand on her neck and on her back. I said, is this where the pain is? And she said, yes. I said, would you like it gone? And she said, yes. And meanwhile, I'm still having the argument in my head. And so I said, okay, so we're going to take it away, but I'm not taking it on. We're going to throw it away because I wanted to be sure not to take on this energy. Is that okay? And she said yes. And so in my mind, I thought she said 3 yeses, which means it's going to happen. And so I took literally something came out of her. More than 3 of us saw it. And I threw it away. And she went, holy shit, what did you just do? And I said, well, you wanted it gone, so it's gone. And I honestly believe she healed herself. I was just the conduit. That's what the three yeses was all about. And I told her that the crystal was the sacred geometry for her. And I gave her meditation to bring it in that evening and ask what it was there for. This woman is now a medium. She has opened up to that much that she is hearing, and her and I, it's just beautiful. So you just never know where one small step that you take will impact someone else's life. But yes, I argue, I do what I'm told, but I will say, are you crazy?
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I was the privileged one to have met you 4 months ago through our miracle man, our beautiful Howard Brown. So I met Gail through him. We love you, Howard. We love
Yes,
you.
he's with us right
My,
now.
yeah, he is. Thank you. My beautiful Punja, please tell us, when did your shift happen? And tell us how you have changed so many people's lives. If you have a particular example, please, you are welcome to share.
Thank you, Sanet. Um, so for me, I think I started my journey 15 years ago when I started my business, and at that time it was I left my corporate job. I was working with international brands as a designer. I was in the apparel and fashion field, and then I was amazing at what I do, but the 9 to 5 was something that I felt wasn't where I was showing up in my all brilliance that God wants me to, universe wants me to show up as. And so I resigned from my job, started my business, and in the initial years, I'm an introvert. So as an introvert, I went from corporate and everything, where everything is given, the structure and everything is given. But when I had to open up my business, I had to go and network. I had to go to networking meetings and everything, and that was scary as an introvert. And I remember going to this first networking event, and I couldn't even say, my name is Puja, this is my business, and introduce myself without shaking like a leaf. And it was challenging for me in the way I was showing up, in the way I was presenting myself. And here I was working with international brands. So it's not that didn't know what branding and marketing and everything was, but I wasn't applying that information and knowledge to my business. And being an introvert just made it even more richer, the entire experience. So, anyways, so it was like a light bulb moment for me where I realized is like, wait a minute, I'm actually a part of the noise because I am just like everybody else. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows what I bring to the table, how I serve, and how I can help them. And so, what I did was I zoned in on creating my personal brand. I became the face of my business and my company, and my business took off. And that sort of shifted another thing inside of me where I was like, okay, I did this thing for myself as a small business owner. I need to now, this finding, I need to share it with the whole world. The small business owners who are really passionate and driven, they have this purpose and this dream in their heart that they want to bring to the world because of the heart that they want to serve and they show up um, to serve and make the world a better place. But marketing, branding, how do you really create that brand, that personal brand for themselves? That's not necessarily their strength because, again, that's not their zone of genius. So for me, it was that how can I bring my zone of genius? They bring in their zone of genius. We collaborate, and then I'm able to help them create this beautiful personal brand that really attracts client consistently so that they are filling up their cup and also filling up other people's cup, because I'm a true believer that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So it's very important for you to fill up your cup, just like I see you both wearing your sunglasses. They look beautiful, by the way. So for me, it's like, just like you go on an airplane ride where the air hostess says you first need to put on your oxygen mask and then help the other person, even if the other person is your kid. I'm a true believer because if you are not able to put that oxygen mask first on yourself, then you are unable to serve. So that's what I help business owners really create, small business owners, entrepreneurs entrepreneurs. Most of my audience is women entrepreneurs, with the odd 2% men that really align with who I am and the mission and the value that I bring to the table. Now, having said that, I know you asked for an example. It's hard for me to pick one example, but I can give you the transformation that I've seen overall in all of my clients that's there. So people come to me in different stages. Some people are, they've been in corporate and now they're like, I want to create my own business. I want to monetize my expertise. So they have a dream and a vision in their heart, but they don't know whether it's feasible for them to really build a business. So we've literally taken that idea and the dream that they have in their heart and build a personal brand and a brand around it. And they've been able to monetize. Some people have come to me where for them they started with nothing, or maybe their business was not working as good, and from going from a place of I don't know what to do. There's so much of competition. I'm there as a part of my noise. How do I monetize? How do I become profitable from there? To now, having a six-figure business, multi-six-figure business. Some person even went to seven figures. So when I see transformations like this, I'm like, God is working through me to bring about this transformation. And I had to go through whatever my journey was, which was not like this right away. It was like this first, and then it went that way. So I just feel blessed that I get to be a part of this bigger mission that God or the universe, whoever we believe in, has for me. So yeah.
Wow, incredible. And my beautiful ones, we met last year when I was visiting in New Zealand, never knew our God will bestow a gift on me to be here now again. I never knew this is going to happen. So I'm truly blessed that I'm here with the grandchildren and looking after my youngest grandson. He's 8 months. And yesterday, the 5-year-old grandson was 6, so he stayed with me during the day. It was such a blessing. But when I met beautiful Punja and her husband, her nails was also different colors every nail, and I loved it. I loved it.
I have
And
peach ones this time.
oh, I love it. I love it. And then I actually put my glasses on to see how your nails is because I knew I wanted to mention it. But not there's this incredible thing happened to me. They said there's something in the post for me. I don't have it with me because it's in South Africa. I took it home when I went back in March, beginning of March this year. But I got an exquisite card with my own photograph that they tell me it was such an amazing privilege to have met me. And then the words that I have put in there that was just for me. It was exquisite. The card was like, they took the time to go and search for beautiful photos. They put the things that I'm doing, part of what I am. They put on the card to thank me for what I'm doing. And this exquisite, I think it was 4 sides. When you open it, there's everywhere. It's colorful picture. My beautiful viewers and Pinja, you have blown me away. It was incredible. So I'm truly honored that you and your amazing husband is part of the two communities and part of my life. Thank you for everything that you are doing. And that's on my wish list. So my birthday is on June the 20th. My birthday, and then I will be 60 years old. Well, this episode is going after my birthday. So my birthday is on the 20th, and I am 60 years old. If you think about it, if I have to talk the right way. One of the things on my dream list, I've got 111, is to be able to visit you one day and then have you do all your magic for me as well, because I do believe you need to be there in person to do the videos, because your videos is exquisite. The way that you are doing everything is so beautiful. So that's on my dream list. I just want to let you know.
Thank
Thank you
you. I'm
for everything
honored.
that Thank you for everything that you and your beautiful husband is doing. So my beautiful Christina, I have unmuted you. Can you tell us your point? I call it a point of no return, but can you tell us your pinnacle point that change your life forever?
It's a great question, and I feel like my point of no return was when I was burst into the family I was burst into. Like as a sensitive child in a non-feeling, non-sensitive family. Uh, and I feel my path was guided from the beginning. When I was 12 and I went to church school, that church school had a very progressive priest. She had yoga and breath work and natural cosmetics. I did all of that. That's where my yoga journey started. um, I I worked with like consciousness as a teenager, and when I was 17 I met my first spiritual teacher who was deeply connected with the angels and taught the Angelosophia, the wisdom of the angels. And from then on, I was conscious like that. That was a turning point. But like there were all kind of almost like pearls on a string, right? It's kind of, it was not like, oh, this was my one point. It's like it all kind of came together and still does, right? Because there's still more to grow into and step into. And I studied. I did my master's degree, so that's where the science comes in, right? I'm trained in also in Ayurveda, and the yoga aspect is also very scientific, in addition to the spiritual, right? And then I was on a search for how do we really break through childhood patterns, like behavioral patterns that stem from our origin family, because of all ages, I hear people talking about their parents and what happened again and this. Like everyone is still kind of like connected to that energy because that's our biggest and earliest imprint. And I'm like, this can't be my whole life, right? We need this. This needs to like be released. You started with release. That's where it is. And I was blessed to, through many amazing circumstances, to meet Dr. Candice Blakely, who had developed new decision therapy, which is what is now very known in the trauma world, right? The whole somatic work. She had that in the early 90s, where we work with muscle testing. We work in the mirror, and we have this very specific forgiveness process. And that was another turning point in my life, because when I went through all that healing for myself, I felt really for the first time free. I felt like, and I was in New York. I mean, there was a lot of traveling involved with the whole story. It was my first time in New York, and I was like, so much was released, and I was like, oh my God, I can be myself, right? And that's the work I do for my people, like helping them to become more of themselves. And that's deeply connected to what's their soul's journey, what's their soul's purpose, why are we here, what's our gift to give, and what's our baggage to work through. And actually it's usually the flip side, right? Our baggage holds our gifts, if we're ready to open it up. If we're just gonna sit on it, it's just gonna bite us in the butt. So yeah, and so that's also why of all the things I've done, I'm also have a naturopath training. I have like all the things I've done. My focus is on the emotion, and everything else is supporting, right? The Ayurvedic herbs, the detox program, the yoga movement, the dancing, the creative, which is very important, creative expression. That's all around like a pedal, like your glasses, like the pedals around the core of the emotional piece, because I truly believe if you clear your emotions, your thinking is clear and your actions are aligned, right? If your emotions are wounded and wound up, your thinking gets shaky, and then you're not clear in your actions, right? So yeah, and to find that one tool that is so amazing in releasing and not just in stirring the pot, right? There's a lot of therapy that just stirs the pot and you retell your story again and again and you revisit it and you actually reinforce it in many ways. So it's an amazing process. And when we've cleared the past, there's a beautiful piece where we, again, with a mirror and muscle testing and acupuncture points on the body, step into what is your purpose? What's your next step? What's your soul's expression? And I love to combine it. That's why my company is called Soul Science, because I think they're absolutely intertwined, and client stories. Let me think. Well, there is I've helped a woman, like after working with me, she was healed of her alcohol addiction. I had another client that comes to mind. She was abused by all male family members. And after one day of a 2-day intensive, she said to me, I've never felt so much peace and quiet in my mind like after this one day. And she had gone through a lot of trauma therapy and all these things. And that was just so moving. Yeah. Another client, she started out wanting to, like, she moved in with it. Like, her husband died many years ago. She had a new boyfriend. They moved in together. She wanted to open a cafe. After working with me, her path became clear, and she split up from the boyfriend because that wasn't really aligned. And she became a school counselor. She went back to study to become a counselor because she wanted to work much deeper than just opening a cafe. Not that opening a cafe can't be deep work, but in her case, that's like she wanted to be more hands-on and serving people, which came after her own healing. Clients whose relationships got established better, others who split up. It's like whatever is, like what I do is bringing them back to themselves, because I just guide them through their inner maze. I'm the guide. I'm not the doer, right? It's between God and them. And I'm just the conduit, as Gail also said. It's and so revealing what we have inside, the diamonds that are in the raw, and to polish them, and that we all have inside, and create connection with that. Connection is really the core piece. Connection with ourselves, with other people, with nature, and with God, with divine spirit. And we're all, like, what I see in the world is that we suffer from the disconnect. So that's the mission.
Beautiful.
Reconnect. And I'm here to help.
Thank
and
you.
I'm still doing
Thank
it.
you.
It's not that I'm like, oh, I'm all done. It's again and again, like fine tuning, aligning. It's a living organism.
Wow. Beautiful. So my beautiful ladies, I'm going to ask you to express any way you think will be the best way to express that, how you feel about, if I say for myself, Sanet, what expression can you bestow on the viewers that you are feeling, that you have this feeling of freedom? I will just do this. So if you have a way to demonstrate, and then if you have one tip that you can bestow on the viewers to get to that particular expression that you're going to showcase us. So Christina, let us start with you. What will be your expression?
Well, the expression is kind of right, and that's also like one of the tools to really put your hand on your heart, feel your feet on the ground, feel your soul connecting with God, and breathe. Be in the moment here and now, and connect with yourself, because as Gail said, life is happening in the now. It's not happening in the past. It's not happening in the future. This moment where we can do something, and this moment and the next moment, that's where it happens. And the connection is so important. And that's also where it's enjoyable and juicy and
Wow, this is out of this world. I had to bring out the, the alien glasses.
dear God.
Thank you, my beautiful one, my beautiful Punja. What expression can you bestow on us?
So for me, it's the exact same thing that Christina did. It is this, just taking that deep breath and letting go, because this is something that I practice every day in my meditation. My meditation is 23 minutes long, and this is the part that I wait for the most, because I know that once I've reached this point where I'm putting the hand on my heart, I have connected to the divine. And I think that's the most beautiful feeling, because um, it's like I'm no longer there. I'm just connected with that divine being, and I'm aware and I'm conscious who I am and who everybody is around. And I think when you feel that connection, you just look at the world, your day, people in a very different way. And then for me to reset again, evenings is again before going to bed when I meditate. I wait for this moment where I feel that connection. Although evening ones are not something that I've been super consistent on, so that's my goal, to be consistent. But the morning ones I am. So, yeah, that is what I would say.
Wow. Inspiration. Here goes the glasses, my beautiful one. Here goes the glasses. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gail.
So I'm going to create an experience. And so I want you to imagine that you have in your hand a juicy, ripe peach. And I want you to hold it up, and as you're about ready to bite into it, you can smell it. And when you bite into it, my word is delicious. Delicious is the experience. When I feel delicious, I know that I am on the right path, that I'm in alignment, that everything is perfect in this moment. And so, Sanet, delicious is how I feel.
Oh, I've got goosebumps and I have to put on this. I actually have to do this as well. My beautiful. Wow, I have experienced something magical. I always hear you calling delicious, but now you giving the example of the peach. Ooh, 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 that's amazing. Can you quickly show us what you also teach us?
My morning routine, is that what you're talking about? So before I get up in the morning, or sometimes when I just get up in the morning, I start off with joy, 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 joy. I know it's hard to remember all of that, but try. It's a great way to start the day.
It is amazing. The first time Gail show us, we were on a show, and I had a little bit of an ear problem because I just came from the swimming pool, and I remember doing like this. I could hear the water, and then I felt nauseous during the show because of the movement of the ear. But as soon as that went away, I love to think about Gail, and I just joy, 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 joy. I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful girl. My beautiful Rae. Your expression?
Oh, it is. But as a tree, so a beautiful tree, tall, strong, roots deep in the earth, grounding you here on earth. and your branches going all the way up into the universe, connecting with the universal energy, and you as the trunk solid in your own power, your own presence, your own divine being connected both to earth, to the universe, to the whole world. And when you get into that imagination, you feel, imagine yourself as that tree. Oh my God, you are so grounded, so rooted, so in your full presence, but so connected and here on earth with everyone.
Wow. I've got goosebumps. Oh, the goosies didn't leave me since Christina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My beautiful ladies, we've got 4 minutes. If I can give you a minute each, what message would you like to bestow on the viewers, Rae? If I can start with you.
I would say to remember you are a divine presence. You are never, ever alone. Always remember you are never alone. There's always an angel with you. There's always spirits around you. There are always other people that are willing to come and help you, support you, but you just need to ask. So just remember you're a divine being and you are never, ever, ever alone.
Wow, incredible. Are you ready for paparazzi?
I am.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, your glasses. Just put it on. I need to take a photo. Just give me 1 second. Go, go, go. I could not get the flash in. Thank you, my beautiful one. My beautiful Gail. Your message to the world.
There's so very much, but I would like to say that, this experience that we're in is a game. We're here to experience, not to own the experience, not to identify with the experience, not to carry the experience from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. Drop the load, because you miss the moment you're in when you carry the experience that you were in. Don't miss the moment. That's it.
Are you ready for paparazzi? I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful one. My beautiful Punja.
Unmuted myself. So for me, I keep going back to this phrase that is very famous by Napoleon Hill, where he says, "Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." I have that on my vision board each and every year. That's something that I truly believe in. I've experienced it in my life, and that is something that I share with other people too. Whatever we focus on will flourish, and so we just have to remind ourselves and know what are we focusing on, and just keep realigning, reshifting your focus till the time we know that, okay, this is what we really want, this is what we're really desiring. So yeah.
It's beautiful. Are you ready for paparazzi?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm wearing my own glasses over here, so
it's okay. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful one. My
thank you.
beautiful Christina. Let me just make sure you are unmuted, my girl. What is the last thing that you would love to bestow on the viewers?
It's this saying that you're most probably familiar with. It's we're not humans having a spiritual experience. We're spirit having a human experience, right? That's the lens that we can look through and still be okay in this ever-changing and pretty wild ride that our life is. Like life is, with all the things that are happening on the outside. And then for the inside, it's a reminder pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Life will always bring us pains, but if we add onto it and hold on, like Gail said, right? Or like if we attach to the past, then we create suffering. So be okay that there is some pain in life, but don't add on to it.
I love it. Are you ready for paparazzi?
Wait, maybe. Let's see. I have this here.
Oh, I love it. Here we go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. My beautiful viewers, I know that there were words, there were sentences that have touched your heart, that have touched your soul. Please look down below in the show notes. All my guests' connection points is there. Connect with them. You will never know. You will never know if you don't do the first step and connect. And they will all love to hear from you. Thank you for viewing, taking the time to view our show. And yes, I know that you love our glasses, you love the paparazzi pen. I got so many comments on that. So thank you for your time, my viewers. Thank you for your exquisite love to hear us and to see us. We love you all. Mwah. So, my beautiful viewers, are you ready to have a dance with us? Ladies, they said yes. They said yes. Are you ready to have a dance with the viewers, ladies? Yes. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or swimming in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles.
Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.